Imagine a group of beings mentioned in ancient texts, described as giants or the fallen ones, who lived in remote times. Who were they, and what impact did they have on humanity? In the Bible, the book of Genesis enigmatically mentions the Nephilim. In those days, there were giants on the earth. Were they the result of a forbidden union between the sons of God and the daughters of men? Or is there something deeper behind this narrative? Many ancient cultures have similar accounts of extraordinary beings who walked among humans. But why has this mystery endured for millennia? And more importantly, what does it reveal about our past? To understand the Nephilim, we must uncover the context and interpretations surrounding them. However, the deeper we delve, the more questions arise. And what if the Nephilim were not just a metaphor? Before we move on, make sure you're subscribed to the channel because in our upcoming videos, we'll explore even more mysteries you won't want to miss. Few texts spark as much fascination and controversy as the Book of Enoch. Banned from many religious traditions, this ancient manuscript offers astonishing details about the Nephilim. It describes the Watchers, angels, who descended to earth and violated a divine decree by taking human women as their wives. But who were these Watchers, and why has their story been shrouded in obscurity? Curiously, the Book of Enoch is not recognized in all biblical traditions, yet its influence spans numerous cultures. Could these angelic beings, who taught secrets to humans, be the true origin of the Nephilim? And even more intriguingly, what secrets did these angels reveal? And why was this considered such a grave sin? But the story of the Nephilim isn't confined to ancient texts. Evidence may be hidden in our very own archaeology. Over the centuries, rumors of giant bones and colossal skeletons found in various parts of the world have intrigued scientists and adventurers. In the 19th century, newspapers in the United States frequently reported discoveries of unusually large human remains. Could these findings be physical evidence of the Nephilim, or something entirely different? Archaeological records seem to connect these discoveries to legends of giants found in nearly every ancient culture. However, many of these evidences mysteriously disappeared or were discredited. Could something be hidden from us? Or is there a more earthly explanation behind these discoveries? Some ancient cultures didn't just mention giants, but described epic battles between them and humanity. From Greek mythology to Hindu scriptures, tales of giants permeate the imagination of civilizations. In Greek epics, the Titans were described as beings of immense strength, while Hindu scriptures speak of colossal demons facing off against gods. Could these stories refer to the same Nephilim mentioned in the Bible? Or did each civilization create its own version of this myth? Interestingly, descriptions of giants follow a consistent pattern. Powerful beings who, in some way, interfered with human history. The coincidence among such distant cultures is remarkable. Could we be witnessing a global phenomenon? Or are these stories the manifestation of a universal archetype? But there's a specific detail that connects the Nephilim to cataclysmic events in human history. What if the Nephilim were directly connected to one of the most catastrophic events in biblical history? Many scholars believe that the flood described in Genesis was not merely an act of divine purification, but an attempt to eradicate the Nephilim and their influence on earth. Were these giants the cause of such widespread corruption in the world? Intriguingly, stories of a great flood also appear in various cultures, from Sumerian epics to Hindu texts. But why do so many traditions associate a catastrophic event with colossal beings? And more intriguingly, did the flood succeed in completely eliminating the Nephilim? If they survived, where did they go, and how did they leave their mark on the post-flood world? Have you heard about these facts before? Drop your thoughts in the comments, let's discuss. Although the flood was described as a definitive solution, the biblical text mentions that the Nephilim were on earth, both before and after the cataclysm. How is this possible? Could some of them have mysteriously survived the cataclysm? Or did the sons of God resume their interactions with humanity? Moreover, the emergence of later accounts of giants, such as the Anakim and Rephaim, suggests that the legacy of the Nephilim persisted. Did these descendants influence ancient cultures, solidifying the idea of deities or demigods? And most importantly, why does this part of history seem to have been deliberately omitted or reinterpreted over time? But the presence of the Nephilim wasn't confined to legends. Some civilizations might have built monuments that echo their influence, pyramids that defy the logic of their time, megalithic structures that seem impossible to move, even with modern technology. Could some of humanity's greatest achievements have been constructed with the help of extraordinary beings? Many local legends attribute these constructions to giants or gods, fueling the theory that the Nephilim may have played a significant role in the development of ancient civilizations. How do we explain structures like Baalbek in Lebanon or the ruins of Pumapunku in Bolivia, which continue to baffle archaeologists? What if these works are echoes of an era when the Nephilim walked among men? But monuments are just one piece of the puzzle. What if their true influence lies hidden in ancient texts of secret wisdom? The Book of Enoch mentions that the Watchers, the fathers of the Nephilim, taught humanity forbidden knowledge, metallurgy, astrology, magic, and other secrets that revolutionized civilization. But why was this considered such a grave sin? Could these teachings be the origin of certain inexplicable advancements in ancient societies? Even more unsettling, could we still carry fragments of this knowledge in modern practices? Some mystical and occult traditions claim that the knowledge of the Nephilim never completely vanished, but was carefully hidden by secret societies. Are we unknowingly using part of the legacy left by these mysterious beings? What if the Nephilim not only shaped the past, but also influenced the present in ways we can barely imagine? Some theories suggest their influence persists to this day. Certain scholars point to bloodlines allegedly tied to these beings, claiming they have shaped key events throughout history. Secret societies like the Illuminati are often linked to this mystery, raising the possibility that the Nephilim have secretly influenced humanity's trajectory. Could they be behind major cultural, technological, or political changes? While the idea may seem conspiratorial, there are accounts of individuals claiming to have found evidence of their existence in modern times. Could it be possible that the Nephilim are still among us? But there's one place where their presence seems to have left lasting marks: Antarctica. Let's continue, but before we do, I noticed you haven't hit the like button yet. If you're enjoying the content, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Antarctica is one of the most unexplored regions on the planet, but mysterious reports suggest that something hidden lies beneath its icy layers. Conspiracy theories hint that secret expeditions in the region may have uncovered remains of giants or advanced technologies linked to the Nephilim. In the 20th century, historical figures like Admiral Richard Byrd reported unusual events during explorations in Antarctica. What's more, satellite images have revealed massive structures under the ice that defy conventional explanations. Are the Nephilim connected to these mysteries? Or is this just another story shrouded in ice and speculation? But what if the Nephilim left traces not only on Earth but also in the sky, in the stars? Could the Nephilim have origins beyond our planet? Some interpretations suggest that the sons of God described in Genesis were actually extraterrestrial visitors who interacted with early humanity. This theory gains traction with ancient carvings depicting giant figures interacting with humans, often associated with celestial objects. Furthermore, ancient civilizations like the Sumerians spoke of gods from the stars, such as the Anunnaki. Could these be the same Nephilim? If so, it would completely transform how we view our past, and perhaps our future. And yet, there's something even more unsettling. What does the end of the Nephilim mean for humanity and our connection to the divine? Many religious and spiritual traditions suggest that the fate of the Nephilim is directly tied to humanity's future. Biblical prophecies speak of a return to the days of Noah before the end times, implying that the Nephilim, or something like them, could reappear. How might this connect to current events? Could we be witnessing the first signs of their return? Or is this simply an overinterpretation? And more importantly, if the Nephilim truly existed, what was the ultimate purpose of their presence on Earth? There are still many questions, and perhaps the greatest mystery is what this means for who we truly are. Thank you for watching until the end. Don't forget to subscribe for more amazing content like this.